Welcome to the Voice of Reason and Faith. Today we want to tackle something that is quite very modern. Today we are tackling on the question of whether football has become a new religion. Welcome to the Voice of Reason. And those who are new to this channel, feel free to subscribe, to share, comment, and we discuss. Today we live in an age where the old gods are silent, where the temples are empty, but the stadiums are full. We say religion is dying, but is it really? Or has it simply changed its uniform? Maybe the gods we once worshipped from heaven now wears jerseys and walk the earth. Maybe the sacred has not vanished, it has only evolved. Because today, people no longer gather to pray, they gather to play and to watch. They no longer offer incense, they offer loyalty. People no longer recite prayers, they chant team anthems, and what they call a game might already be the new religion of our time. Have you ever thought about that? So this is what I want to discuss. One of the characteristics I observe is that the new temple that we now have. Look around in a stadium on a weekend. Thousands pour in, dressed in sacred colors, waving flags like banners of faith. They sing, they kneel, they cry, they hold their breath as if waiting for a divine revelation. They whistle. That is the divine revelation. The referee raises his hand, silence falls, then the ritual begins. It is not called worship, but it feels exactly like it is. Every seat becomes a pew, every fan becomes a believer, every player becomes a priest in motion, offering his body, his sweat, his heart for our collective redemption. Have you ever thought about that? We once gathered in churches and mosques. Now we gather in stadiums and sports bars. Same spirit, different stage. So where is this psychology of belief? Football has its psychology. Religion too has its psychology. Psychologists say human beings are wired for worship. We can't live without something to believe in. When religion lost its central place in modern life, we didn't stop believing. Yes, we simply redirected our faith. Football, basketball, cricket, tennis, we can talk about all the games, volleyball, we can talk about all the type of games, basket riding, different kind of competition. They become our modern shrines. We say we believe in our team. That is the slogan. We believe in our team. We wait for miracles, last minute goals. We speak of destiny. We even speak of faith and redemption. We use the same language of faith, but without realizing it. Think about it. Perhaps that's why defeat feels like heartbreak and victory feels like resurrection, right? Because deep inside, the game touches the same emotional fibers. Yes, emotional fiber that once ties us to the divine. We can also observe in games many rituals that is performed. You have realized that every religion has rituals. So does football. Fans wear the same jersey every weekend. Some never sit on a certain chair during a match. Others whisper small prayers before kickoff. You've seen many players, those who support different Premier League, Champions League, all kinds of games. They whisper prayers. And even us who play local games in our villages, in our place, we start by reciting something, believing in a divine. The field becomes a sacred ground. At that moment, the ball becomes a symbol of hope, of faith, of control. And then there are chants, the modern psalms of the people. Ole, 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 ole. The mantra of modern tribes. Those who have watched football, you may agree with me. Even the calendar follows a sacred rhythm. Season, off season, resurrection, next season. It is all ritual but we call it routine. This, in my view, it has become an economic faith. You have also understood that every religion has a priesthood. Football has operations. They organize the schedule, define the rituals, and choose the heroes. They decide which team rise and which falls, not by divine will, but by financial power. Billions flow through this faith. Clubs are global empires. Players are walking brands. And the fans, the believers, are the loyal consumers of hope. Once we give offering at the altar, now we pay for subscriptions, jerseys, and streaming services. It is not worship, it is business, but it feels like devotion. Think about it. When you can buy emotion, when you believe, when belief becomes a product, has the secret turned into merchandise? Here is where the paradox of unity is. They say football unites the world, and yes, it does. For 90 minutes, the planet becomes one voice. Rich and poor, east and west, religion, race, politics, all dissolve into one single roar. When a goal is scored, it is a glimpse of harmony humanity rarely achieves. But after the match, we return to our divisions. Our flags separate again. Our chants become walls. Just like religion once united tribes, but also divided them. Sports mirror that same duality, the beauty of belonging and the danger of exclusion. Unity? Yes, but unity built on rivalry. Is it a global pilgrimage? Is it a global journey? Every 4 years, the world celebrates its holiest festival, the World Cup. It is more than a tournament. It is a pilgrimage of billions. Families rearrange schedules, nations pause, even wars have paused for it. You can imagine wars pausing for football. The joy, the tears, the flags waving in rhythm. It is human emotion at its purest. But beneath the spectacle lies a darker truth. Behind every glittering stadium are stories of exploitation, of human labor, of forgotten workers. Our modern temples are beautiful, but like the pyramids of old, they are built on invisible sacrifice. So we must ask, have we really evolved, or have we just found a more colorful form of the same old worship? There is a need for transcendence. There is a need for transcendence. Maybe we don't go to church anymore, but we still need something that makes us feel alive, something that lifts us beyond our routines. That is what football offers. A moment of transcendence. A goal in the final minutes feels almost divine. It is not just joy, it is ecstasy. But here is the question. Does that feeling last? Does it heal loneliness? Does it answer the deeper why of the life? Does it answer the deeper why of life? Emotion is not the same as meaning. Victory is not the same as purpose. Maybe we keep cheering not because we have found something sacred, but because we are still searching for it. So what is the mirror of humanity? Football is not evil. It is a mirror reflecting the human spirit in my own observation. In it, we see our strength, creativity, the passion, but we also see our ego, greed, and the tribal instincts. We celebrate teamwork, yet glorify individuals. We talk about unity, yet thrive in rivalry. We cheer peace, yet fight over a scoreline. The game shows us that we are divine in potential, divided in nature. what of a corporate cathedral? So football in the 21st century, corporations become theologians. They learned that the greatest human currency is emotion. They studied passion. They monetized belief. They built empires not on truth, but on feeling. And they realized something. Ancient religions always knew if you can control what people feel, you can control what they follow. So the game continues and we keep watching, believing we are free, when in reality we are carefully guided through emotional algorithms. That's why this reflection matters. It is not about rejecting football. It is about reclaiming our consciousness. What is the deeper need? And why am I even talking about this? Maybe, after all, our obsession with the game is not foolish. Maybe it reveals our deepest longing to belong, to celebrate, to believe we are a spiritual being, even when we deny it. We crave stories that lift us beyond survival. We seek connection that feels eternal. And when the old religion became distant, we turned to what was left, to something that still makes us feel. But feeling isn't enough. We need reflection. We need awareness. We need to understand why we cheer and what we worship. What is my invitation? What am I really learning? What have I learned on this? So, my dear friend, let us not condemn the game. Let us not condemn those who watch the game. Let us understand it. Let us play it. Let us enjoy it. Celebrate its beauty. But let us not lose our minds in it. Let's not confuse excitement with enlightenment. Let us not let the noise drown our need for meaning. Because in the end, the question isn't whether football is bad or holy. It is whether we still know what deserves our ultimate devotion. Football is more than a game. It is a reflection of the human soul, our beauty, our chaos, our longing to believe. If it shows us how far we have come and how much we still seek. Maybe the real religion is not football. Maybe the real religion is humanity itself, forever searching for something worthy of its faith. So next time you watch a game, don't just see the players. See the mirror. See yourself and ask, what do I truly worship? This is the voice of reason and faith, where questions are sacred and truth is still the greatest goal of all. Those who are still new to this channel, feel free to subscribe, to share, and comment. And with this, I read and I value your comments below.